Talking with running backs coach Josh King now. Coach, this is your first, I'll say, official season as an assistant coach with Cahola Creek football, but you've been around the program for quite a while.
Yes, sir, I have.
Tell me a little bit about that conversation and how, you've been the middle school head football coach. It's my understanding you're still going to serve in that role. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Kind of talk me through what that's going to look like and what the conversation went like with Coach Carter of you kind of not only serving as the middle school coach, but also going to be working with the varsity team now.
The conversation came last year when me and Coach Carter talked about it was a more of a sense of my guys getting to know these guys up here. And my big thing is relationships with players and making sure that they understand that we're there for them. And I thought that it would be a good transition for them if we were both together and they were able to get coached up here. And they were, you had guys that were going to be able to coach them for 6 or 7 years at their same position. And when they come up here, it would help them with that transition. They get to know these coaches, and I just thought it was very seamless.
Yeah, so what is your day-to-day going to look like with the middle school team and also, being with the running backs every day?
So our day-to-day here is, middle school will come up here, they'll bus up here. Once they get up here, we go by their schedule, so we'll go by the high school schedule, and we're just mirrored from them, so we flip-flop. So if they're on offensive team, our middle school is on defensive team. So since I'm the running back coach, I'm going to be on offense with the high school, and then when it flips, middle school will have offense. I'll be over there with them, and I'm not having to be with the high school then.
So, wow. Okay. So, honestly, it sounds a lot like when I was in high school at Northwest and we had over 100 kids out on the field. It'll be kind of similar, but it'll just have kids of a little bit younger age out there. I think that's awesome. I know Coach Carter's talked about, kind of getting eyes on these kids a little earlier. You talked about establishing relationships. There's also a whole level of development that goes with that is big time. I know when I was in middle school, our playbook and our coaches, it was entirely different than what they were running at the high school when I played at North Whitfield. And, now there won't be a learning curve. And
there's not. And also, we run the same stuff. So we're introducing that stuff at an early age. And then as they come up here, it's a seamless transition. They're not having to worry about it as much. So.
Yeah. On the topic of kind of the high school and the middle school kind of coming together on some stuff, something I thought was really cool this year is the JV and the middle school kind of streamlining their schedules. Are you excited about that?
Oh, definitely. That was a huge thing for us to move our games from Tuesday nights to Thursday nights. It's better for scheduling anyways because, like, we won't walkthroughs and all that. When we had it Tuesday, it was crazy. Our schedule just kind of went up and down with that. But coming up here at 4:30 and playing our games on a Thursday and then the JV playing right behind us is great. For not only the JV, it's great for us too because we're going to have more fans there. So that's huge for us. So.
And I know the feedback that I've heard from the officials in the area, they're really happy about it too.
Yes, sir.
They get to work the same amount of games, but one less day.
Definitely.
So, I don't know what your background is from an offensive or defensive player standpoint or coaching standpoint, but, talk to me about what it's been like stepping in and coaching the varsity running backs now. What has that been like kind of, I imagine the last few years you've been kind of the leader over a program kind of running practice from the head guy standpoint at the middle school level to now you're really focusing on the fundamentals and developing the running backs.
Well, even though I'm a head coach at the middle school, that's what my main point was on is offense. I have a defensive coordinator that runs all the defensive stuff. So that was my whole thing was I was already coaching tailbacks at the middle school, coaching the quarterbacks as well. It's actually helped me this year because I can focus more on coaching tailbacks. So I do the same thing in the middle school. I coach them, and then I go to the high school because that's one of my passions is coaching tailbacks. So I really like that a lot.
Last question here for you. As I've kind of been looking through our film and stuff, through practice and padded camps and stuff, it really looks like we're taking a running back by committee approach. We got several different guys who are getting their hands on the ball. Tyler Douglas was our leading rusher last year, but he's kind of all over the place on offense. You got Maddox Jackson back, who played quite a bit at running back last year. He's really good in blitz pickup. And you got Chris Ewert, who's back, big physical guy. A lot of guys who can get their hands on the football this year.
Definitely. Right now, we're kind of dinged up at the moment, so Tyler's going to be out for a week or so. But they've looked great in camp. Chris has really surprised me a lot. He's really stepped up in camp. He's starting to be a leader, and he's understanding his role. Right now, we're focusing on making sure we hit our aim point and doing what we're supposed to at tailback. And it's a forever going thing. So we're just trying to make sure one day at a time and step up. Tyler Douglas is looking really well. I mean, he's doing well. And then Maddox, today I was talking to him. We ran 2, and he hit the hole, and he did what he was supposed to. So, as long as our guys are doing what they're supposed to, they'll be fine.
Yeah, excited. Maddox especially, I swear, he was a shoestring away from busting a big run. I mean,
right.
At least a dozen times last year. So I'm really excited to see him rip off a big one this year. Coach Josh King, running backs coach, also North Whitfield Middle School coach, here with us on this Coach's Spotlight. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Yes, sir.